we'll discuss the different centers or the point inside the triangle. Okay. So the first thing, the different centers, the first thing is centroid. Now remember that centroid is nothing but it is basically the point of intersection of medians. It is point of intersection of medians. Now, for example, if this is a triangle ABC, and if I draw a median, let's say this is D, I draw this median, this is E, and this median, which is F. So this is known as the centroid, and it is generally denoted by the term G. We'll discuss few of the important points of the centroid. That this centroid always divides the median in the ratio 2:1. And remember, median is nothing but median is the line which divides this side into equal parts. So we can say here that this length is equal to this length is equal to this length, and this length is equal to this length. Median always bisect the sides here. Now, point G divides the median always in the ratio 2:1. So the first important point we can say here is that AZ by GD is always equal to BG by GE, which is equal to CG by GF, which is equal to 2:1. The other important thing related with the centroid is the median is the Apollonius theorem. For example, if I am drawing a median AD here, I am just taking one of them, AD is a median. So we can say here that AB square plus AC square is equal to twice of AD square plus BD square. And this is again an important theorem. Again, it's not necessary to discuss the proof in the classroom, but in case if you want, you can discuss its proof, but that is not required here for the CAT here. You must remember this as a theorem which is important here. So these are the two important things related with the centroid. This is Apollonius theorem, and the centroid divides median always in the ratio 2:1. Similarly, if you find out for all the sides, we had find out only for one of the median, that is AD, find out for the median BE, and also find out for the median CF. And when you solve these three equations, you will get a wonderful result based on the centroid here. The next thing is the in-center. Now, in-center is nothing but it is point of intersection of internal angles. So we'll discuss all the properties related with the in-center here right now. Let's say if I say, if this is a triangle ABC, I draw the internal angle bisector of this one, where these two angles are equal. These two angles are equal. These two angles are equal. Let's say this is point D, this is point E, and this is point F. Okay, and this is point I, which is known as the in-center. And always remember that the in-center always lies inside the triangle, it never lies outside the triangle. Okay. So the different properties related with the in-center is, for example, if I say this is side A, this is side B, and this is side C. Now, in case of centroid, this centroid always divides the median in the ratio 2:1. Here there is also one of the important properties, that AI by ID is nothing but that is equal to B plus C divided by A. We can also say that the BI by IC is equal to A plus C divided by B, and CI divided by IF is equal to A plus B divided by C. This is the first property related with the in-center here. The second thing related with the in-center is or the angle bisector is that this angle bisector, in this case we can also say that AB upon AC is always equal to BD upon DC, and this is basically nothing but angle bisector theorem. This is my angle bisector theorem. The next thing also, one of the important property, that AB into AC minus BD into DC is always equal to ADA square. This is one of the important property related with the angle bisector. The few of the other things related with the angle bisector, what is the measurement of this angle? Or let's say I draw a new figure. If this is A, B and C, and let's say if this is my in-center, if I assume that this angle is equal to, let's say, A by 2, this is A by 2, this is B by 2 and this is B by 2, and this is C by 2 and this is C by 2. This entire angle is C, this entire angle is B and this entire angle is A. So can you find out what is the length of this particular angle? This will be nothing but this angle is 180 minus B plus C by 2, B by 2 plus C by 2, and we know that the B plus C is nothing but that is equal to 180 minus A. Okay, because A plus B plus C is equal to 180 degrees, so B plus C is equal to 180 minus A. So I can definitely say this is 180 minus A by 2, okay, which will be, comes out to be 90 plus A by 2. So you can remember this as a result, in fact, that this angle opposite to A is always equal to 90 plus A by 2. Similarly, opposite to B, this particular angle is 90 plus B by 2, and this particular angle is 90 plus C by 2. The other thing related with the in-center is always remember that this in-center I, okay, it is nothing but it is the center of the circle which can be drawn inside this triangle here. So once I get the in-center, which is the point of intersection of internal angles, so this is the center of the circle, and by taking this as a center we can draw a circle like this one. And the next thing is how to find out its radius. Let's say its radius is r, it is generally denoted by small r. So this is known as the in radius, and in radius this r is always equal to the area by semi-perimeter. Or we can say r is equal to a by s. So the radius of this circle can be found out, which is nothing but it is equal to the area of the triangle divided by the semi-perimeter of the triangle, and semi-perimeter is a plus b plus c by 2. So these are the different properties related with the in-center.